welcome to our channel, Loving Hand Crafts by BMW. Today I'm going to be making this card. So I have to remake this card, just in all honesty, because I ended up putting this element on upside down. So I'm going to remake this card and just show you how I did it. And I have a few other plans that I want to do. I'm going to heat emboss this just to see how it comes out. I tried it on these elements here and I like the way it looked. So I'm going to remake this card and I'll walk you through the process. So what you're going to need today is a die and a stamp. So I'm using Spellbinders Clear Stamp of the month, the pine cones and holly stamp, and it's coordinating die. So this is the stamp and this is the die cuts that coordinate with that. So that's what I'm going to use today. I'm going to be using some heat embossing. So I have this clear superfine heat embossing. I'm going to be doing some ink blending. And this is my card base that I'm going to be using. I'm sorry, yeah, the panel, I apologize, and the card base. So this is all from the Spellbinders card kit of the month for September. Yep, it is September. I'm sorry, this was from July. Sorry, the stamps are from July. This is from the September. So I'm kind of mixing and matching. So hold on to your hats and I'll get everything set up and then I'll meet you on the other side when I'm ready to start stamping. Okay. So I am going to be using my Misty stamping tool. I have some, I can't remember what I'm at, it's just anti-static powder tool. This is my cardstock. It's just some basic cardstock, nothing in particular. It's a 110-pound white cardstock. I'm going to be stamping my image twice. I'm using my Versamark Fine Black Pigment ink, and then I'm going to be using my Wow Clear and Superfine Embossing Powder. My heat gun is here. I will be turning that on shortly. I've already heated it up. Also, I'm going to be using my little assist here to press down on the stamp. It's from Spellbinders. So yeah, so we'll get started. I'm going to go ahead and lay down my anti-static powder all over my surface. I like to do it outside my Misty only because I've got that sticky mat and I can't stand that powder getting on my sticky mat. So I'll lay that down and then I'll get this positioned in the corner right there. It's looking pretty good. I'm using the sticky mat from the Waffle Flower, and let me pull up the stamp. Get the stamp out. I had a lot of fun making this yesterday, and then I looked at it, and then I was like, oh my goodness, it's upside down. It's nothing like doing all that hard work to get everything laid out, and I wasn't paying attention, and the image is upside down. But that's okay. So we're going to pull this out. Be very careful. Of course, I've already used this before. Put you to the side. So yeah, this is the right way up. Put that down there. And I'm going to actually cut this twice. So the first one, I'm going to go ahead and die cut this. Let's get this laid down. We'll go ahead and get the Versamark on here. Shift the camera ever so slightly. Move it up. There we go. And I'm going to try to be really This is a challenging stamp for me because it's got all these little fine lines. And the first time I did it, I got one area that was really stubborn and didn't get the ink down. I mean, it just was stubborn. And I'm going to try to get it. I don't want too much because I'm going to be heat embossing, and I want these lines to come out pretty good so I can color it with my blending markers. So see what I'm talking about? Let's see if I can press down a little more. I don't want to get the... I want these to be... I might have to hit it one more time. Yep, it's always this area right here. It's always that one pine cone. Okay, let me try it again. See a few areas. I'm just gonna ink it up one more time. It's a shoot. Everything else looks pretty good. Better. Just a little right here. Better, and then a little here. Just trying to concentrate on those areas. Okay, good. It's a little not. I'm not going to complain. It's good. I'm going to leave it alone. It's a little pale here, but other than that, it's good. So we're good with this. So now comes the fun part. These lines filled in more than I anticipated. It's like because what I wanted to do was do some ink blending on these, and I might still be able to get away with it. I was hoping these fine lines didn't come in. I might end up doing it again. I think I will. Without the heat embossing, but I like this look, and it still is a viable card. It still is going to be a good panel. I'm going to try it again. I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some Memento ink, and I'm going to do an impression of this stamp. Just, just to get the stamp laid down. And then I'm going to, once I color it, I'll go back with the Versamark and do what I did the first time. So we're going to try this. So here we go again. And I put in a new piece of paper. And let me pull my stamp back up, get it repositioned how I want it on the paper. Back on my Misty. Let me pull that back in the frame so you guys can see it. Put some stuff out my way. So now I'm going to do with the Memento Tuxedo Black. And I saw this done and I thought it was really cool because I'm using the Memento so I can use my alcohol markers to color the stamp. And then I'll go back and use the Versamark to define the lines. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to get down a nice, and it's always right here. One of these areas just refuses to get the ink. It just does not want to make a good impression. Okay, but we're going to try it again. I don't know what it is. It's me. I'm sure it's me. It's operator error. I'm more than positive. Nothing to do with this stamp. It's operator error. And I'm trying not to push down too hard because I don't want to smash the lines. And that's what happened last time, but I'm going to try again. This particular pine cone is a challenge for me. Better. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to use my chamois. I'm going to grab my chamois and clean this stamp off because I will be using it again. But the next time I stamp, it'll be with the Versamark, not the Memento. And then we're going to color. So we'll do that. Pretty good. Put my chamois back up. So what I'm going to use is I have some Spectrum Noir Triblend markers. So I'm going to be using that to color it in. I'm not taking a chance and moving this off this Misty. My luck, I won't get it positioned quite correctly, and then I'll be really mad. So I'm going to be using the dark red for the berries on the stamp. I'm going to be using a combination of the light green as well as the dull green, which is, where is that? Oh, sorry, dull green. And then for the pine cone, I will be using the earth brown blend. And so what I really like about these markers is they're tri-blend, so you have a dark, a medium, and a light. So you can use all the combinations of that. So what I'm going to start with, I'm going to use the medium of the dull green. And I'm going to start on these berries. Or this leaf. And it's just going to take some time. Took care of that. So now we're going to go ahead and lay down some more with the Versamark. So that's the next one I'm going to use, Versamark Fine. And we'll cut this out. And we are done. This is the result. Let me show you. So after putting those, makes those dark lines finer. So I use the Memento first so it wouldn't, you know, have a reaction to the alcohol markers and, you know, bleed. And then once I colored it, I used the Versamark Fine over top to bring out those fine lines and make it in a, and make this the lines on the stamp come out once I colored it. So I'm cleaning off my stamp right now. And then while I have everything out, I'm going to go ahead and do my sentiments. And then once I finish my sentiments, I'll be able to come back through and cut everything all at once because I'll be done with the stamping. So I'll get that set up and I'll meet you on the other side. Okay, so I'm back and I'm ready to assemble. But right before I want to assemble the card, I wanted to share with you that I did a little bit of ink blending and I used my distressed inks. So I used the pine needle and then the rustic wilderness together to get this, just to, you know, take this up a little bit. And I've cut out everything. So I have that element that's going to go here. Then I have my Christmas, Merry Christmas, that'll go about right here. And then, and my Happy New Year, that will go here. So I'm just kind of doing a dry fit. Now see, look what happened. This actually should go the other way. I did it again. And I think I'm not gonna do any foam squares on this one. I might just do the Merry Christmas and leave that the only thing that'll be popped up. But I did cut two die cut two of this piece and then glued it together, and then I did the same thing with the Merry Christmas, and then same thing with the Happy New Year and a Happy New Year. So we'll do that. And then I'm going to first take this dark forest green and I'm going to adhere it to my card base. Just going to take the better of the two sides. So this is an A2 card base. And then that's the first thing I'm going to do. And I'm using my favorite craft liquid glue. So Barely Art. And then I'm just going to hit it up with some glue. Put it here. Me personally, I like to do it this way. That's just how I am. Just because I'm trying to get it in there to be perfect. Whoop, and it just didn't get like I wanted it. Okay. That in the corner. Should be fine. Okay. And then I'm going to make sure I put the pine cones the right way this time. And center that on my thing. And I can't believe I did it upside down again. And I did watch for it this time. And I put it on there upside down again. But I caught it this time. So we'll do that. Sometimes I like to use this. It is easier. Oh, and let me get it in the center, because I can use these lines a little better. I think that looks good. I got my glass block. Use my glass block. Okay, and for a reason, this is coming up. I thought it came up right here. Okay, put that down there. Use my glass block to set it in there. All right, put that up. Boop, boop, boop. Now it's time for this one. Go right on there, like so. Try to get an even border all the way around. That's why I did cut this out twice, the center piece here, because I wanted it to have a little bit of depth, and that's why I cut out the, oh, you can see that's not sticking up. Yep. And while I'm waiting on that, I got a little block I can put right there. I really want one of those big ones that'll cover the whole thing. I'm working on it. I'm going to pull out some foam tape just for the Merry Christmas. So I got my big roll of foam tape. And I don't know if I need that big roll like that. See, I got some foam squares. That should work. Not too big. Okay, I'll cut this in half. So put that back there, move you out the way. So I'm going to use this foam square, and I'm just going to cut it. Okay. I didn't do a very good job of that, but oh well. Just get a little piece, stick it on the Christmas part right there. So I need a little bit more. Oh, I keep forgetting to cut off my notifications. Stick a little there because I don't want it to sag, you know? And then we will be able to finish off this card. Okay, yep. Beautiful. So remove the backers. And come on, work with me. And I'm going to put some liquid adhesive on this as well, once I remove all the backers. Here's my liquid adhesive, just to give me a little bit of grace, so I can get it there. I'll use this guy. I'll turn it over, and I'll grab it. So I want it to go right about, make sure, right about here. Perfect. And then for the Merry Christmas, it's just going to be on its own little plane. And then I'll just put some dots of glue along that. And then I'll have Merry Christmas here, a little bit further up. And then to embellish it, I will be adding these berries that will go, one will go right here. So I think I'll try to do the trifocal triangle, go right there. And then I should have another berry. Digging in there. Come on. Come on up. All right. Let's dump it out. How about that? Okay, we'll dump them all out. This should have, okay, that one should go maybe right about here. Okay, perfect. knock my glue over. Liquid glue. And we will call this a done card. I'm loving it. I want to turn it ever so slightly. I think I'll turn the berry the other way too, like it's framing the Y. Do it like that. Okay, yeah, I like it. And the Merry Christmas has a little sparkle and shine. And that, my friends, my crafty crafters, is the card. What I think I'm going to do, let me go pull this. I have a little red bow that I'm going to just drop in the inside of the card. Just so, you know, when the recipient, when I write my sentiment in the inside or whatever, I'll have a little bit of bow. That's one way to use up, because I die cut these earlier, and that'll be a pop of surprise in the inside of the card. Oh, that's a bigger block. And yeah, I love that block. And that, my friends, is a done card. Isn't it lovely? Using a Spellbinders. I used everything in my arsenal. So I used the Spellbinders Clear die. I used the embossing fold. The heat embossing. A little bit of ink, inking with my alcohol markers. This card took everything. And I did it twice. So I will see you next time, and enjoy. I apologize. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And I will see you next time. Take care.